The Origins of Life, Reflections of Love and Light, Part 6. I wanted to touch up on a couple. Like when I said this is a sunset, I spoke about the a photograph on each side, so you got two hemispheres, and I like to viewing everything and stuff like. So generally you get like a spot on each side, so you got like a sun there and a sun on the other side, so it's like one photo of the other photo. So it's like what it's doing as was, generally the sun sets at this side, so the sunset is setting and melting into your visual view and stuff like that, or it melts into the sunset and stuff like an Aegean in ocean. It can split off into two suns, can it, and stuff like. But as it's melting, it's met the middle point, which is the same on the other side, so it's made this beam looking like line kind of thing. But yeah, it's a sun at each side and stretched. I can see it on. You see it stretching there. You know what I mean? And maybe that is. That could be, because it's got like a wave line. So, it could be just like the light shining through that in that kind of way. Like, it's still the sun, but. And this, when we're talking about these, when I say like it's, or what word did I use? I can't remember. But what I meant is, it's like the surface of water and it's sunlight catching on each bead. So you can see it there. It's like the same explanation for that. But with this, it's like that top one is like the closest wave, and you're underwater, so all the perspective is waves further along, going deeper into the ocean and stuff like. In a 3D way of looking at it, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be as such like that kind of thing. So it's just splayed out, so that could be just the surface from looking above or underneath. Right, so look at water again. We saw one of these last time, one like this. I didn't actually show this one, but I use it for thumbnail, or potentially I might change it, but again, we're looking at the patterns, the shapes of colours, how water, it becomes thin and transparent, and then it's got this area, you know what I mean, where it's kind of like a pastel version of the depth of that area. All these angles and lines and everything, especially the colour, and the shapes that it kind of makes in reflections. And there's so much to look at and consider, you know what I mean? And again, like looking at plants, how plants grow and how you compare that to it and stuff. The colours and how it pulls sand up into it. I mean, it kind of transforms that blue into a green. I see like the yellow of the beige of the sand and stuff at the bottom. Actually, it all looks green. But, it's quite shallow, isn't it? Right here. You got all this wavy stuff, clear brightness of it and stuff like. You see water of it, sand. And then here, you can see all the light coming through. How it affects all colour. And then the depth of it even makes the horizon look like it's going into the sky. You know what I mean? It kind of bends it and stuff like. And it's all reflected. It's like the water here can see that water, and that water can see that water. You know what I mean? It's like its lens is looking in all directions at once, in a sense, and stuff. Patterns at sand, patterns at light on the sand. the depth, the colour of it and stuff like that. All of that's all relevant, you know. Up and back. It's a wave. But from underwater and seeing what it looks like and stuff. I didn't really find anything which kind of like fit it in terms of, you know, in many respects and stuff like that, what animal it would fit and pattern it would fit and stuff like that, but it's part of it, you know what I mean? It's kind of like understanding it all. Like I said, like the way from above, you can see the like the mouth aspect of it, you know what I mean? From here, it's sucking all that, you can see it dragging into it, can't you? You know what I mean, and stuff. But abstractness of colours, depth of red, the yellow's taken away with camera. Pan back a bit, eh? That looked quite yellow as well, rather than being white and stuff like. But you can see all them patterns and stuff. Blue and red. A strong yellow, you know, against black and stuff. Some little bits. Horizon with trees. Sometimes some of the fish pictures look like we've got trees in the background and stuff like. So it's like seeing landscape in distance. Light shines through. A beam of light there. Yellow and orange. Yellow and green, sorry. There's a bit of orange up there and stuff like. Get that colour, yeah. You see, with this being what it is, the shape of it and stuff like, that's kind of creating a portal as well, isn't it? So it's like, just as easily, that life could have just come from there in a sense. Or it's like, the very motion of it is like encouraging it into the world. It's like, maybe even just giving life to itself in a sense. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's ready for when it does feed into a plant, a human, animal, you know. Almost like recharging batteries, you know, in a sense. I don't know. I'm gonna like speculate and stuff like, but it just comes with so much personality as well. But and also like how much more there is to the elements. You know what I mean? It's like when you look at elements in a scientific view, it just seems very cold. But when you can like explore what they are and stuff, like what's that fish? See the what's it called? The sunset. You move on lines, you can see the golden light of the sun. You know what I mean and stuff. So we'll compare it to the tiger. Now we kind of have like an image of where that yellow comes from on the tiger. You know what I mean? So and then also the stripes because of the waves. But you know what I mean? It's also got that forward motion, like on the tiger's back. His movement forward. It's not fast, not like a speedboat. That was like an over exaggeration, but you can see it's got this forward push to it. Oh, one of the other ones. It's inspiring that forward movement. It's like the passion, you know what I mean, in the water, you know what I mean, whatever it is and stuff kind of thing. If something wants to, it sees some food that it wants to eat, whatever it is that's in water, whether it's a whale, dolphin, shark, you know what I mean, it's got that impulse to go forward, you know what I mean, it's passion there, you know. Like, what's that tiger song called? Kung Fu, boxing, I Hate Tiger, that's it. That I Hate Tiger element is very a passionate, fiery aspect and stuff. So that's why it's yellow, because it's representing the sun. You know what I mean? And that's why it's got that forward movement as well, you know what I mean? Because that's like inspiring that passion. Um, so yeah, that's like fire, but then water. Water's so many things, you know what I mean? With little lines and stuff like. Oh, them patterns. See, it's relevant for the fish I've already shown you. You know what I mean as well, like, which I've still got a lot more to show you. It's going to be quite a few more episodes to this yet. These are the colours we get, aren't they? This is good. You see, like the ice, it's like I can see the water without it moving, and then you can see that cloud. It's going straight across there, but in there, it's got all this curl and it goes round it. See that round tip? So when we were looking at the fish, let's find one with it. It's got a tip that goes around it. That line. Not so much there. Kind of, like I say, it follows the shape of the fish, like it does on the ice cube, on that, ice block. Hold on. That's another one of them. Yeah, like the trim. I'm not really on that one. The one I showed. Hold on. This is another example of how, like, the surface of the water, how it's catching the light. And you can see it along there. So you see, like, with the tigerfish. What do you call them now? These. A similarity to it and stuff. And we'll see that later as well. Oh, I'll go back to that. But yeah. Alright, I've stopped looking for the fish. We'll continue with this now. So again, your patterns and reflections, the colours that come through and stuff. You know, it's like the water's absorbing it all. Like I say, like just like your eyes do. You know what I mean? You can't help seeing anything when you're, when you're looking. Like looking into thick glass. You know, that kind of depth of green and all that kind of thing. Like, so when we see like this, you see like the ocean floor, and then all the green implies that it's the water and the shore kind of thing. Again, it's what's it called? Horizon level. See little speckles of light on water. Again with green. All water again, all light on it. And that pale tip body underneath and stuff. Or yellow at the bottom. Actually, this is important. Brown water. Because you've got squirrels which have got like a white belly and a brown fur for the rest of its body. And so many other animals like that, you know. So we spoke about like sepia ink and photos which kind of followed those colours and stuff like. But also we got mucky water and how, it's so common to have a mucky, dirty kind of, heavily mineralised river kind of thing. That's more about. I think even maybe nature spirits could come from this form of portal. You know what I mean? It is a form of portal, so maybe it's got that element of things. Or water spirits in that kind of sense. I don't know. Like I said, that's kind of contemplative and stuff like. But with colours though, and what the sea absorbs, it isn't. You know what I mean? Because you can see, well, what the how it replicates it onto the animals, kind of thing. Like, I'm walking down the street and people are walking the dogs. I've got like a brown and white dog, these brown patches and stuff like, and it looks like the clouds. You know what I mean? It stands out like a sort of thumbnail. It's like golden. And the white as well. Time-lapse photo so you can see how it draws in, you know what I mean? I didn't know that had much relevance and stuff like to do with patterns and shapes and I don't know, for plants or whatever else and stuff like. And water snake with its rings, it's like light and then the lack of light, between waves and stuff. Or focused light and the dispersed light. that one. It's a bit brown. It's kind of like, it's got that relevance with brown water and stuff like. Again, sunlight with yellow, sorry. With the being focused light and the black being the dispersed light. So maybe it's sunset. You know what I mean? It's like got most of the sun at bottom. And the water moves and its lens is bending all the time. You know what I mean? So maybe it's really difficult to get a proper good shot at it when it's like setting. Golden colour there, these zigzags, kind of follow the flower life pattern and the waves and stuff. Now relating to it and stuff like that's like the focus light, the dispersed light, they're like the forming into giraffe patterns and stuff. See sunlight peeking through. These waves, like the uniform waves that go across the ocean on that photo. No matter which direction, you know what I mean? The pattern of the animal kind of determines that. Coral snakes. I think it's a coral snake. There's different types in there. But you see its rings, and you see its spots. Its rings are spots. On some other ones, which will look more... I'll get to it. You see sunset, can't you? It comes out a bit redder for me. And your giraffe markings. So that's like your focused light, and then your dispersed light with a bit of light coming through. And it gets darker towards the edge, and then suddenly all the light's coming through at the apex of that wave kind of thing. Again, it follows it to eye level. Sunset. It's yellow. Not as bright as what it's showing there, but that was like waves. But you see that part there, it's broken. You know what I mean? It's not flowy, it's not the same pattern as the rest of them and stuff. So I mean, it's like, it looks like the regular, when we see stripes and we're seeing waves and stuff, see that that white there is the sun, and then that's the glare which comes off it and distorts all the light or whatever and stuff. And then you've got the other part, that's the focus light, and that's the dispersed light, and that's like the shadow. Sunrise or sunset, like I say, it can be inverted, or potentially can be inverted, maybe not. Maybe that's just sunrise were really orange and the sunset weren't as impactful. I can't see underneath it, but it doesn't look like it's red, or it looks like it's got a pale colour there. Pale grey, white. A cobra. See the sun? This is similar to coral snake, how you got these circles, but a coral snake will chop that half off. You know what I mean? So if you see that line there, you can see a ring. Yeah, it looks like a ring, but you can see a circle here. If that were cut off and I edit it to there, it looks like two rings. A ring there and a ring there. You see what I mean? More crocodiles. Paler at the bottom, going darker. You know what I mean? That's like the ocean floor again. Mucky water. And all sunspots and stuff. Sunshine spots. I see sun there coming through. All of them. All of them. I see waves that were breaking up, they connect and break up again. They're brown, with brown water. Lots of fire in that. You know what I mean? It's just all orange, but you know, you see light there and stuff like how it's more sunset. I see where it's split, like where the photo line, because it's not symmetrical, is it? It's not fit anymore. You know what I mean? As you go along, that's all together. Then you got one there, which is, it's like Mrs. Jigsaw link. You know what I mean? In a way, you see it there. It's connected. Well, it's just it's showing you what the water does in a sense and stuff. Okay, it's one side and one other side and stuff like. But that happens with waves in a way. It's bright red. You see all patterns. Obviously sunset and sunrise. It would be really difficult to find a really good crocodile picture, but because I've seen them, they look like really vibrant, some of them. I just didn't have any luck finding a decent picture for them and stuff like. But you can see it all. It's got that line there. You know what I mean? It's like it's a horizon line. Like looking out into view when we're looking at them fish, and that's like the picture on the fish, or like the tetra, or those type of fish. More of that giraffe kind of pattern, water, ocean floor pattern. Kind of one of them. See how it swirls together and then it splits up and there we are. See, I think that piece of yellow, it connects to there and that connects to there. So you got a ring like that and you got a black spot, but it's wrapped it around it. Like I showed you on like the zebras and the previous one to the zebra. I don't know what it's called. But you can see how it bends around it, you know what I mean? And it happens in a lot of fish and stuff. And then like with that piece of ice, it kind of shows you how it kind of why in a sense and stuff like that. And you know, it's purely because of the shape of it and stuff. So that's like a black spot, and then the dispersed light is a red area. Like the black spot of the sun. So that with the sun, that's like because of the overexposure, so it's made it go black. You can see colour at edges of it and stuff. Unless it is just waves and then lots like your focused light. I don't know. I still think it's a black spot. Like I showed you on previous one, previous coral snake. Again, the two hemispheres. So you got the sun setting, the sun setting. It's made a smile. It's like that love consciousness, you know what I mean, of what, you know, like a source, what God is, you know what I mean, and stuff. So that's part of it, which we will get back onto more of that and stuff like. Because that goes deeper. But I'm running out of time, so I'll end it here, and I'll crack on with the next one. Nice one, thank you.